back to another video. Sorry for any interruptions or anything like that. Sorry for shouting. Oh, I feel so sorry. Anyway, I'm not being sarcastic. Anyway, sorry for any interruptions or background noises. Anyway, this is my first premiere. As I'm making this, not a premiere, but as you watch this on a YouTube or an electronic or platform or something, it is a premiere, or you're just watching it while it's not a live premiere. We're going to be talking about how October could be very active, and maybe some other stuff, and maybe both at the same time. Maybe not. Or stuff related to both, maybe not. Anyway, so let's start with forecast hour 0. And, oh, no, I don't want that. Go back to that. There! So we see all this thinking, which is bad for hurricane formation. But we've been having this for a very long time. If I go back 3 days. Yeah, around 3 days ago, I guess. It was just starting. It already got to resorts and stuff. So yeah, we still have all this activity. Mainly because it's probably the peak of the season. And it's around well, not the peak today, but it's around the peak. Only 10 days after it. And yeah, and all this activity. But like, we're having, and remember. And other videos I was making, there was difficulties and mistakes and unexpected stuff, so they were not premieres. So let me see this. So imagine how active it's going to be when we get some rising air, which is really good. Any type of rising air, any amount is very good for hurricane formation. So imagine how it's going to be when we get rising air, because like October is very active and stuff. And remember, a hurricane season doesn't stop when you've already had so many systems. It stops when conditions become unfavorable, which conditions can be favorable maybe up till December or January, maybe. And they'll be very favorable in October, and maybe even as active as September, maybe not. So imagine how active it can be when we get to rising air. Oh, and we'll talk about a little of September. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh no, okay. Anyway, so we see the rising air. But September 25th to October 2nd, we see the rising air starting to get. We have a lot of rising air. Well, a good amount at least. And in the Caribbean parts off the East Coast and other places. And that will really help hurricane formation. And then we have it from October 2nd to October 9th. Which, yeah, that will be good for the beginning of October. And even the sinking air, it probably won't do that much, as we can tell, due to, like, how we've been getting lots of sinking air. It's pretty much barely doing anything, if anything at all, or at least of what we can tell, or at least what I can tell. Yeah, but I think it's barely doing anything. So, yeah, we see, so the rising air and then sinking air can get in, but probably not as much sinking air as we have now. And I'm not worried about it affecting our hurricane formation that much because of, Oh, yeah, so, anyway. These are potential October pass. By potential, there could be other pass than this, but these are my more likely ones. Anyway, so we see storms off the coast of Africa could go out to sea, and maybe possibly other places. But in my opinion, I think can go through the Caribbean or other places and hit Florida or just affect East Coast or hit the Gulf Coast. And stuff. And there is a ridge here, by the way. So, well, not right now, I'm guessing, but there probably will be one soon in October, for at least the part of the season. So that will help. And I don't think these two passes will happen due to the Bermuda High. And finally, this. My SWC, which stands for Sebastian Weather Channel, October Hurricane Forecast Official 3. So I made 3 of these. This is my third one. I made 3 official ones, and this is my third official one. Yeah, so we see the ridge, which is going to probably push storms more towards Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle, and other places. In Florida, we have the Bermuda High, which will probably stop systems from going out to sea. This is my land. I'm like, so we see Florida and a little part of Alabama and Georgia, and another maybe another little part of Alabama, maybe not. And Mississippi and parts of Mississippi and Louisiana are also at a great threat. Now, what I mean by that is I was mainly talking about the blues. To all talking about the blue. So yeah, that's like so. I mistakenly didn't really phrase that good in my opinion, so I would say like the biggest threat. The pinks are also an extremely bad threat. And purple, yes, there's a pretty big threat. Red is a good possibility, but not like the most likely, but it's a good possibility. And yellow is a low possibility, possibly, but not likely. And you see Texas not as much because of a potential ridge that could be there. The Bermuda High. So we haven't had that much systems in the Caribbean this year. Maybe one or less, maybe one or more, maybe less than one, maybe more than one, maybe just one. But I am really thinking that the Caribbean will be like the warmest in October stuff. I really do think we could have a couple major hurricanes in October. Because remember, a hurricane season doesn't stop when you've already had so many storms. It stops when conditions become unfavorable. But yeah, I've actually just changed my mind. I want to talk about this first. Well, actually, I think I was changing my mind a couple times, maybe not. Anyway, so we have the green. So it moved west for me, in my opinion, for October, or at least for me is like in my opinion. Anyway, so yeah, off the coast of Africa, all the way to a little bit off the coast to maybe part of the Windward Islands, maybe not. And maybe part of the Leeward Islands, maybe not. So yeah, but then we have an even greater threat. Part of the yellow is over the Cabo Verde Islands, and also part by them and part over them. And then we have the orange, which is pretty close to the Windward Islands and Leeward Islands, and maybe on them, but probably not. Then we have the really warm waters. Even with this, the waters will, in a lot of places will still be extremely warm. And rapid intensification is still possible, and storms can still become pretty strong. But yeah. So yeah, like south of the parts of, I think a little bit of the Bahamas, South Bahamas, and then we have the purple, which is even warmer, and especially by Jamaica or on Jamaica South. But like, what I mean, I know Jamaica and some land areas are in it, but like, please don't mind that. A hurricane will most likely not form over land. It could, like, since there's a lot of water around it, but probably won't happen. Then we have, like, the warmest water and stuff. So what we've seen. So we see the rising air and seeing their stuff. This, please look at it. So, yeah, that's my official forecast. And for this, I really do think I give a 95% chance, 95 to 100% chance of at least one tropical storm strength or greater hitting the USA landfall, and I give like a 80 to 90% chance for a hurricane or over, and it's still a good chance for a major hurricane over, counting major hurricane, though that's mainly just hurricane. Okay, I might have said that to you wrong. So just scratch that. That was a mistake. But anyway, I would give an 80-90% chance of a hurricane or higher hitting USA. And I don't know an exact chance. I can't really think of a good exact chance for major hurricane, but still pretty high, I'm guessing. So yeah, what we've seen from this very favorable. And those percentages were for October. The landfall in the United States percentages, those were for October. Sorry for the mistake of me not saying that to you, or maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I probably did. And yeah, I really do think it's simply to hit land. Conditions are very favorable for development. And yeah, so rising air, sinking air stuff. USA, a really great threat for in October, and there could be especially strong systems in October. A lot could hit USA flat and more land. So yeah, and sorry for the mistakes and not explaining it to you well. If you didn't get it exactly, I'm sorry. Sorry for the mistakes about the percentages and stuff. Maybe more of me not explaining it to you well. But yeah. So with that being said, the past really big threat to the United States, and then probably more, maybe not. Maybe some out to sea, but I don't really think so. I think very little to none got to sea, so I really don't think that much that there will be any out to sea once you know. I didn't explain that well to you either, so sorry for that mistake. Anyway, here are the pass. Here are my official and these pass. Oh no, a mistake of me not sliding in when I said it. I tried to, but I guess I didn't actually slide. I don't know. Mistake. But yeah, anyway, here's the pass. But most likely potential pass for that mistake. On my official forecast, I did the rising air and sinking air stuff. So sorry for all of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Bye.